So good morning, and let's take a look at day number 6. So as your flight approaches the regional airport, where you'll switch to a much larger plane custom declarations format distributed to the passengers. The form asks a series of 26 yes or no questions marked A through Z. All you need to do is identify the questions for which anyone in your group answers yes. Since your group is just you, this doesn't take very long. However, the person sitting next to you seems to be experiencing a language barrier and asks you if you can help. For each of the people in their group, you write down the questions for which they answer yes, one per line, for example, ABCX, ABCY, ABCZ. In this group, there are 6 questions to which anyone answered yes, A, B, Z, X, Y, and Z. Duplicate answers to the same questions don't count extra. Each question counts at most once. Another group asks for help, then another, and eventually you've collected answers from every group on the plane, your puzzle input. Each group's answers are separated by a blank line, and within each group, each person's answer on a single line. For an example, so this would be a group, and every person has answered 1 question, and this is a group, and every person has answered 2 questions. This list represents the answers from 5 groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. The first group contains 1 person who answered yes to 3 questions, A, B, and Z. The second group contains 3 people combined. They answered yes to 3 questions, A, B, and C. The third group contains 2 people combined. They answered yes to 3 questions, A, B, and Z. Yeah, since the A doesn't count twice. The fourth group contains 4 people combined. They answered yes to only 1 question A. The last group contains 1 person answered yes to only question B. In this example, the sum of these counts is blah 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 11. So we're gonna, for each group, count the number of questions to which anyone answered yes. What is the sum of those counts? Yeah, so let's start by getting our inputs. It's gonna be a list of strings, and we're gonna name it groups answers. So we're just going to grab that from the input. So groups answers equals new. I'm going to grab input dot split like so. So if we for now just do this, grab our sample output here, since it's a much less smaller data set to work with, and we're gonna call it string input equals bang. Alright, let's rather do solutions year 2020 day 6 solution, and we're gonna grab a new file which we're just gonna call an input, and never mind. Let's start by running this, blah blah blah, expecting, yeah. So that should give us an input file like So, and first of all, let's remove that just to give us our sample inputs, and actually put a break line and debug just to see what we got. So this group's answers equals 5 in count, and that looks all fine. Awesome. So we're gonna make another list of type string, which we're gonna call individual answers, which is gonna be a new list of strings. No, actually, let's for each group answers as string group, and here we're gonna have a string individual answers. Individual answers equals new list, and we're gonna grab our group answers dot split. That's by new line. So that should actually grab each and every person. So then for each so that should iterate over each, and then we're also gonna have list chars, and that's just gonna be initiated, so it's empty for each time. And then we're gonna do if group options dot contains answer, or rather if not, group options dot add answer. And then we're also gonna have an int answer counter equals 0, which is gonna be incremented by the number of answers that are different from each other, and return converts the to string answer counter. So that's probably should do it. And for our first, this should be 11, and it is. So with that, let's actually remove that and run again. So now it's not our sample data anymore, it's gonna grab something new from the website, and let's just grab that answer and try if it would. Yeah, sure. Nice. So part 2. As you finish the last group's customs declaration, you notice that you misread one word in the instructions. You don't need to identify the questions to which anyone answered yes. You need to identify the question to which everyone answered yes. Using same example as above, this list represents answers from 5 groups. In the first group, everyone answered yes to 3 questions, A, B, and C. In the second group, there is no questions to which everyone answered yes. In the third group, everyone answered yes to the only one question, A. Since some people did not answer yes to B or C, they don't count. In the fourth group, everyone answered yes to only one question, A. In the fifth group, everyone yes. Okay, so let's, just for our own sanity, our data there again. So let's see, how would one do this? I'm thinking that for like every group, maybe grab the amount of people. Yeah, this one is gonna be interesting. So group no idea what we're gonna call that, but yeah, answer counter equals to 0 for each, no, for each in group groups answers string group answers individual answers equals new list string group answers dot split by new line, bam, group options is equal to new list group answers dot equals new list char, so yet another empty list, and then for each individual answers we get a string which we're gonna call individual answer, and then for each character in that individual answer. So here comes the interesting part. So now for each one of these, I'm taking that when we're on A, then for every participant iterate through everyone else's answers, check if yeah. Int group count equals so let's count, so that gives us how many, yeah, so for int I equals to 0 while I is less than group count I plus plus, if I is equal to actually let's make I equals j like gonna change for 4 int I equals 0 while I is less than group count I plus plus. Let's do that. For each char in individual answers I. And if I equals j, continue, just to not compare with ourself. And if it isn't ourself, check if individual answer I, or if individual answers j dot contains answer, we're gonna need a yeah, this one is kind of tricky, but so this is for each, yeah, oh yeah, so int answer counter equals to 0, and this will just be answer counter plus plus, and we apparently already had that, so unique, yeah, basically this is just to see how many actually has used it, and if unique answer is equal to group count minus 1, then we're gonna increment answer counter, and in the end return convert to string answer counter, and let's see what that will get us. Come on. So 18, and we're supposed to have 6. So we got okay. Yeah. Unique answer plus plus. That's what we want. So ABC. And then we also could remove that part. ABC 1. Like jump into the debugger. So it's and continue. If unique answer, which is 1, equals to group count 1, it should add 1 to the answer count, which it does. And then we'll be right back. Once again, group count 1, unique answer 1. So that's all nice. Should do that once more. Yep. And for the next iteration, answer is A. Unique answer equals 1, group counts equals 3. Let's see. Yeah, these 3 shouldn't be added. So correct, and the next one shouldn't either. Nope, and this one shouldn't either. And yes, group count 2, unique answers 2. So yeah, A shall be added. Oh, wait a second here. Oh yeah, that's the issue. So what we're doing is, for every time a person has answered yeah, so let's actually also make another list of already used answers, which is also going to be a new list, so because this resets for every group. So if individual contains answer and already used answers does not contain answer. So that makes us not reuse an answer we already counted, and that should not bring us 10. Damn it. Oh yeah. Of course. When we're doing that, we shall add answer. It will be hard to use that functionality otherwise. And 6. Now why would it be 6? So 1, 2, 3. So the B so A, B, and C should not be counted. Why are those counted? And we're not using that, right? So if individual answers yay contains answer, actually let's do if already used answers dot contains answer continue, otherwise already used answers dot add answer, and then we can get rid of all of these. And let's see what they say about that. That looks promising. We get the right answer at least. So let's remove our debugging info. Let's clear our sample input, run it again, and it should go and grab it again and 43,430. Can that be right? Awesome. And not too shabby. Took us about half an hour, a little bit less. And yeah, so that would be my solution to that. And oh, let's do some minor maintenance, clean up a few things. Yeah, just make it a bit more pleasing on the eyes, and yeah, I think I would be quite happy with that. So in the meanwhile, have a good one.